want to take the insult, it's okay. Moving on. Elsa Majimbo. Now, this girl done everything. Remember a time when we were all talking about her because she changed her, she'd put the South African flag on her profile
Yep.
when back when she was trending, back when she was the sensation that we were all proud of and showcasing now that she has become an international aspect or an international asset, and we were all talking about it, but very mad that she has the South African flag on her profile. Yet it was South Africa that actually helped her to get to those leaps and bounds, okay? She continued to mention that Kenyans are always hating on her, Kenyans are always trolling her, and she was tired of us, and she moved to Los Angeles, okay? Now she is a proud resident of Los Angeles. In fact, she even bought a house the other day, which we were very happy and proud of. I mean, she's very young, and she's making a lot of money, so we're happy for her. She has the audacity to even now hit up people like Jeff Bezos on her social media, being like, Jeff Bezos, you know, hit me up, we can do something. I'm like, for you to be able to get that confident, I love it for her. But twice now, she said that Nairobians and specifically Kenyans disappointed her. First, on that interview that she had with Steve Harvey, where she said she had a very complicated relationship with Kenya. And this is actually what she said. I have a very complicated relationship with Nairobi. When things started going well for me, there was a lot of backlash for me, and there were a lot of colorist things said towards me. And surprisingly, it's the people of Kenya who were doing that, and they were bullying me on the internet. That's what she said to Mr. Steve Harvey. But now, yet again, on another interview that I think happened about yesterday, well, it started trending yesterday, where she said this to the person who was interviewing her for the Forbes magazine. She said, Kenyans, they are hell-bent on my failure. The whole world was cheering me on, and Kenya was praying for my downfall. So when I got the chance, I packed my bags and I left. Yes, I'll go back to see my family, but I left and I am never going back. Okay?
It's a lot.
I'm always trying to look at it from both perspectives. Okay, let's start with the perspective of being a Kenyan and your name being slurred in such ways. A lot of things were said about Elsa, a lot of things. But the biggest takeaway for that whole drama wasn't even about the color of her skin. It was truly, honestly, allegedly, about her having taken up another comedian's style.
Yeah.
That was what we were speaking about most of the time on the internet. To be entirely honest, I remember that conversation. However, this conversation of colorism, Bedhe me, it's like it missed me. Bedhe, kusema ukweli, I didn't hear it. And personally, that is my personal experience. I didn't see it. However, am I saying that colorism is not an issue in our country? Oh, hell no. It's a big issue. It's a very big issue. But am I looking at it from the perspective where she's using colorism as her flagship? Maybe. Maybe that is why it keeps being referred to multiple times during her conversations. Again, this is my personal opinion. I do agree with her, colorism is an issue, but where I am not seeing the correlation is why she was being trolled. Me, the only reason I remember her being trolled was because she had seemingly copied another
the same
comedian,
delivery as
Rono.
as Rono. Exactly.
Chebet Rono. And a lot of people were actually speaking about that. The colorism, baby, me sikuona. Sikuona, but that's my personal experience.
Okay.
Now, let's look at it from the flip side, which is Elsa Majimbo's side. Yes, she got trolled. She got bullied. I'm telling you, people were bold. You know, people with the big chests on Twitter. Aye, you cannot feel, if you are being trolled on Twitter, by the you will want the earth to open up wide and swallow you whole. Remember another very popular celebrity was also being trolled because of her lack of information about something as basic as infrastructure in our country. And the things that started being dredged up were things that were nowhere even close to infrastructure. She was trolled about the worst things possible, about funny stories that had happened in the past where she allegedly was with a very prominent person. Kenyans will troll you and you're going to hate it. So was she trolled? 100%. Was she bullied? 100%. Are we proud of the people that actually caused it to this point of now moving to a whole other country? No. Absolutely not. And we do not want to associate ourselves with such kinds of mistreatment and bullying of this nature. I understand why she left. If you are being trolled to this level, Yet another person in another space was inviting you and welcoming you and accepting you for who you are and praising you and even paying you for being who you are. Oh, honey, I'm moving too. Huh? I'm not that patriotic.
But you know, I understand Elsa and where she's coming from. But the trolling was just about your delivery.
Imagine
nothing
it
more,
was.
nothing less.
This colorism
And
thing.
Kenyans on Twitter are brutal. KOT is... We bullied our president out of social media. You know, like a whole president got on public and said, you know what, I decided to get off this platform because hakuna vile nitakuwa nenda. He would even ask his head of communication, unaona huyu kile ananiambia. You know?
A whole president.
A whole president would get bullied off of social media. And we're not saying we are proud of this.
No.
But we're also saying it's just us,
It
okay?
is.
Yes, we will, okay, people won't change. But we're just saying Kenyans on Twitter are very notorious.
Brutal.
And it takes thick skin. But I also understand you not allowing yourself to tolerate all of this, you know? Yes, Kenyans on Twitter were brutal to you. But South African space were accommodative to you and your talents and everything, and here you are thriving, and we are good for it. But for you to go on Forbes and just say like
Kenyans are colorist.
like just collectively,
All of us.
like Sisi Wote,
Aye.
like Kenyans, you know, it was just in bad taste.
It
So
really was.
it's not just Kenyans that are at okay, it's Kenyans that are at fault because you're also Kenyan, whether you accept it or not. So we are both at fault, okay? We said something, you said something.
Things were said on both sides.
We should just come together and
Apologize to each other.
Yes, apologize
In fact,
to each other.
Let this be the apology for Kenyans because now clearly we are all in the same blanket.
Ai, uongo.
Mimi as a Kenyan, Elsa Majimbo, we are sorry. Please come back home. Thank you.
No, why would you want to come back here? You, if you're thriving there, can you thrive? Also come corner like space and room.
Please.
I'd like to move also. So think of me.
Oh my God.